27 providers and 3 locations. Someone can see you today.
It's Talkback, Central Louisiana's longest-running talk show. Whether it's the guests or the callers, Talkback is where Central Louisiana begins its conversation.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome in to Talkback. It is Monday here on KSYL. I'm Al Quartermont along with Stephen Maxwell. On this, one of our favorite days of the year, Stephen, it's National Junk Food Day.
Oh, is it? I was celebrating all weekend. Didn't even know it.
Come on, you eat rather healthfully, don't you?
Oh, no, not this weekend.
No?
It was pretty bad. Especially yesterday, we had Saturday they had some sort of party at her house, family's house.
Yeah.
What was it for? I don't know, they have so many parties. And then yesterday they had a birthday party. Oh, it was a gender reveal Saturday.
Oh, okay.
And then just a birthday party on Sunday.
Wow.
So it was like lots of libations and fun and barbecue, which barbecue's not bad, but they got these little key lime pie things that my mother-in-law makes, and they're fantastic. So, and I got no sleep last night after being up all night, and so I'm ready to go today.
Wow. You were up all night?
Not because of we got home late because of the party, but my daughter, I guess, ate too much sugar or something.
Oh.
So we're at the stage now where she's not in the crib anymore. We just took down the wall so she can walk around and run around all she wants. And the whole night we have the monitor on and just hear, wah! Like he's just playing, you know, and just yelling, having a good time until like midnight. So I decided I was just going to sit up and make sure she fell asleep eventually and, you know, read my book.
Life with a toddler.
Yeah, it's fun, let me tell you.
Yeah, what book are you reading right now?
It's some fantasy book. I go back between serious and not serious.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Brandon Sanderson. It's really good.
Surely you can't be serious.
Yeah, Shirley. Stop calling me Shirley.
Speaking of which, the Coldplay thing, my favorite meme I've seen so far was the blow up pilot from Airplane with the stewardess.
So dumb.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Become the ultimate marketing.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
For businesses.
Like at the Phillies game, they had like the
fan
camera and everyone was doing it.
Yeah. It was kind of funny.
There were 2 guys doing it. That was hilarious.
No, it was the Phillies mascots.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, they were doing it too.
Yeah.
But just whenever they put the camera on. So, yeah, quite a good weekend for Major League Baseball. A lot of interesting storylines.
I didn't see a single one. I'm sorry. The only storyline I've been checking with baseball is we need to go to a game.
I know.
Trying to secure that to make sure it happens.
Well, since you missed it,
go ahead and tell me.
Your Milwaukee Brewers swept the Dodgers again.
Oh, you've been waiting to see that.
Second time in 2 weeks.
Golly.
They've won
swept them.
10 in a row, yeah.
Wow. The Brewers have won 10 in a row.
Yep, and 6 of those have been over the Dodgers.
Golly. Dodgers are pretty good, huh?
Yeah, Dodgers are pretty good. And their payroll is number 1 in baseball, $348 million a year. And that's with deferred money. If you added the non-deferred money, it'd be over $400 million.
Wow.
And the Brewers were like $110 million.
What is their record, the Brewers?
They are tied for the second best record in baseball, half game behind the Tigers.
Behind the Tigers?
Yeah. They're tied with the Cubs for the National League Central Division.
Dang.
I know.
The Tigers are pretty good?
Yeah.
Are they really good? Or?
Yeah, they're good. They're solid. They got really good pitching.
When's the last time they've been good? Like early 2000s?
Yeah. Yeah, like when they had Verlander, Miguel Cabrera.
Do you hate the Tigers too?
No. I don't mind the Tigers.
I like the Tigers.
Yeah. They're actually an old American League East rival of ours. Back when the Brewers were in the American League.
Oh, okay.
You used to only just have the National League. You used to only have the Eastern and Western divisions. So the old American League East, you had Brewers along with Yankees, Red Sox, Orioles, Tigers, Blue Jays.
Golly.
That was a tough division.
I bet.
Yeah, year in and year out. It was a good one.
I always like the Blue Jays.
And they're actually playing really well right now.
I just can't root for a Canadian team. If they were in America, I'd probably do it. So,
yeah.
But
speaking of sports teams, did you see what your favorite president tweeted out this weekend?
Oh, the Redskins thing?
Yeah, not just the Redskins, but he wants the Indians.
Oh, I saw that
The
too.
Guardians to rename. Yeah, he
The
said
Guardians has got to be the worst.
He said the Washington whatevers should immediately change their name back to the Washington Redskins football team. There's a big clamoring for this. Likewise, the Cleveland Indians, one of the 6 original baseball teams with a storied past. Our great Indian people in massive numbers want this to happen. Their heritage and prestige is systematically being taken away from them. Times are different now than they were 3 or 4 years ago. We are a country of passion and common sense. Owners, get it done.
I just...
This is an old issue for you. We used to talk about this back when we were doing radio at KZLC, the LCU station.
I didn't know the Indians was a bad name. I didn't think it was bad.
Yeah.
I think Guardians is the worst name in all of sports. Like, it sounds like a stupid kid's book or something.
Yep.
And then the command, I've always thought that the Redskins was kind of racist growing up. I just figured it was kind of weird, you know?
Right.
I mean, I don't know what everyone thinks about it. Like, if we asked every Native American what their thoughts are, but I always thought that one was kind of a weird name, to be honest with you. I'm just saying. And even calling
kind of like the San Diego Whiteys.
Yeah, I just thought it was kind of weird.
Yeah.
But I never thought Indians was bad, but I don't know. I mean,
well, there definitely are some inconsistencies because while we did away with the Redskins and the Indians, we still have the Braves. We still have the Blackhawks.
Blackhawks, yeah.
Now, the Seminoles, they'll never get rid of because the Florida Seminole tribe wants that. They've made that clear.
Yeah.
And the Native American for whom the logo of the Redskins was made, apparently that tribe wants the old name back. It was the last thing I saw on that. But,
I think I've heard that too.
Yeah. So,
And great logo too. As much as I hate the Washington, whatever they're called,
right.
no matter what they're called.
Yeah.
Yeah, the name they came up with now is just kind of bland.
Commanders.
Maybe not Redskins, but this is kind of lame.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Yeah.
I know it's military based, but maybe a different military name. Because I like the military aspect.
If there's going to be a team in Washington, they should symbolize and honor the group of people who's more influential in Washington than anyone.
Lobbyists?
The lobbyists. Their logo could be like a guy handing out money.
It'd just be like the Washington dollar signs.
Yeah, just have a dollar sign.
Just do the Washington Football Club. I like Football Club better than Commanders.
Yeah, Commanders, just like Guardians, they just, you can't come up with something better.
There's so many good names.
Yeah.
And they came up with Commanders.
I know. You could have done like the Cleveland Rockers just because it's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame there. The Guardians, I guess, they have like 2 towers that sit on a bridge that enters into Cleveland. They call those the Guardian Towers.
Okay. Like everyone knew that. But I guess maybe Cleveland did. I don't know.
Yeah, but no.
It's pretty lame.
The logos changed through the years. Used to have the smiling Indian face for Cleveland, and I guess they didn't like that one, and so they went to more of a generic C kind of thing. I went through this with my alma mater, Marquette.
Oh, yeah.
We were the Warriors for a long time, and then they changed it to the Golden Eagles.
Were they were the Warriors when you were there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which they had a very respectful logo. At times they had one that was a little more cartoonish, but then they went to a little more serious one, and during halftime they would have a performance by I think they called him like the Last Warrior, and he would do like his little dance thing. And it was respectful.
When I lived in Florida, we our chief meteorologist, he's a big Florida State alum, loves them, and he gave us some tickets. They're playing UL actually.
Oh wow.
And we win, and like the pregame, like the Seminole tribe goes out on the field with the horse, beautiful horse. They plant the spear.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get the crowd hype, as they say.
It was a pretty sleepy game, though. I mean, they trounced them.
Did they do the,
oh, yeah. Like 95 times, it was like 60-0. So.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. I mean, it just depends on the scenario and the situation and the team. I don't like Guardians. I always thought Redskins was kind of a weird name, but I think I hate Commanders. But if Washington looks stupid in the football world, I'm good with it. So keep the Commanders. That's fine with me.
Yeah. Well,
As a Cowboys fan.
I definitely like Jaden Daniels, though. Man, he's good.
Yeah.
Speaking of football, I think a week from Thursday is the Hall of Fame game in Canton.
Are you sure?
Or maybe it's a week from Saturday. It's coming up. I know that.
Yeah, first week of August
They said
usually.
Saints training camp starts tomorrow.
I was so apathetic about it last year because I was just so worn out because I knew my team was going to suck.
Yeah.
And so this year I'm like, okay, I'm ready to actually watch until I get heartbroken.
You think your
again.
Cowboys will be okay this year?
Mediocre, but the division's so tough.
Yeah.
I mean, the Eagles are just as good, and the Commanders are probably better.
Right.
I mean, the Giants might even. I don't know. The Giants will probably be worse than Dallas, but you never know.
Yeah.
So probably just a wild card team, to be honest with you.
At best.
Yeah, at best.
At best.
Yeah.
Hey, we have some calls coming in. Our BOM Bank talk line is 442-8255. Let's take a call. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
Hey, good morning. Thank you for taking my call.
Mhm.
As a lifetime sports fanatic, I the names thing with the racist things. If it would have arisen from an organic uprising from the Native American peoples, then I would have had no problem entertaining it and advocating that those teams change names. But it didn't. It came up because of some blue-haired leftists who derived their sense of self-righteousness by forcing other people to act the way they think they should act. And then the Democratic Party has given them power because they cater to their votes and their rage. And so they force things on people that I don't think the popular opinion would support. And I haven't researched this, but I try to pay attention to these things. And every poll that I've heard of Native American people said that there was a non-issue with them, or a sense of pride, like the Seminoles down there in Florida. So I think it's more of Trump trying to undo the DEI, all of the leftist tropes that make life worse. He's on a quest. He's on a rampage to do that. So I hope more power to him. Now I know the owners have said that they were not gonna, or they're resisting now. But I hope it causes a groundswell and they do go back. Because I enjoyed the pulling for the Redskins. I used to wear number 44. Riggins. I had the Vikings. I had the Redskins. I even had cowboy jerseys. When I was little, when my mom bought me school clothes, that's what she bought me was jerseys. And I loved it. And my dad was a coach and all that. But that's part of history. So I hope they go back. It hasn't been the other names long enough to matter. I think we'll forget that blip and we'll laugh about it in the future. But because it didn't come from the Native American people, I think we should reject it. Anyway, thanks for letting me speak my piece. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you, sir.
My main issue is, I don't care what they name them, but my main issue is the president says he's going to withhold federal funding
for the new stadium.
For the new, that's just kind of ridiculous to me. I mean, if they want to rename the team, that's a private market decision. Free market. Let the free market do it. We don't need government intervention. I thought that's what we were all about. Federal government overreach here.
You make a good point. All right, we're getting a little behind. We need to take a break. It's a quick break, though, so if you guys who are on hold can just hang with us a little bit, we'll come to you next here on Talkback.
Talkback is sponsored by The Clinics with 27 providers and 3 locations. Someone can see you today. Stick around. More of Talkback is on the way.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Verizon posted second quarter revenue that surpassed analysts' estimates with operating revenue of $34.5 billion, up 5.2% from a year earlier. Meanwhile, Domino's Pizza reported revenue for the quarter that met the average analyst estimate. A cyber attack on Microsoft server software prompted a worldwide warning about potential security breaches. Microsoft has issued a patch that SharePoint customers can apply to their systems, while the company says it is working on additional patches. The U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency says the unknown hackers are able to access file systems and internal configurations while also being able to execute code. The European Union and the U.S. kicking off another week of negotiations as they seek to agree to a new trade deal by August 1st, when President Trump has threatened to hit most EU exports with 30% tariffs. Reports say EU officials are prepared to agree to a deal that favors the U.S. if that's what is required to break the impasse before the deadline. If a deal is not reached, the EU is prepared with its own countermeasures. Dan Schwartzman, Bloomberg Radio.
This summer, the Rapides Parish Library is getting all jazzed up. It's RPL's summer reading program for all ages with weekly entertainment, creative crafts, and toe-tapping fun. Don't let that summer slump slow you down, especially for the kids out of school. Keep your mind sharp and imaginations grooving by reading what you love, logging your minutes, and winning awesome prizes. Books, fun, and freebies. Now that's music to our ears. Register today at your local branch and get all jazzed up all summer long with RPL.
If you'd like to take part in the show today, call the BON Bank Talk line at 442-8255. That's 442-TALK. And remember, if you're looking to purchase or refinance your home, call Christina Bagwell at the BON Bank Mortgage Department at 448-2430.
Now back to Talk Back, 970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYO.
All right, we are back, and let's go to the phones again. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
Good morning, Al. Good morning, Stephen. Jimmy Sawtell at CLTCC calling. How's it going?
Uh-oh.
Good, sir. How are you?
Oh, I'm oh gosh, just beat up. Al, you started the program talking about your Brewers and how they just took it out on the Dodgers again this weekend. I feel like Groundhog Day. I called in a couple of Fridays ago and we talked about that sweep, and now we're talking about a new sweep. It's difficult to sweep 6 games from a Major League Baseball team.
I'll tell you, especially when it's that team, the defending World Series champions. Apparently that's only happened one other time in baseball history where a defending World Series champion was swept in a season series. So that's saying something.
Alex, I did not know that, but it makes good sense. The Dodgers in the 9th inning, when it looked like the end of the game was near, the Dodgers announcer said, "These are 2 great teams. Don't be surprised if we see each other again in the playoffs, though no one is looking forward to it in LA."
Yeah, we'll see. It's a lot can happen. As you know, we still have a couple of months left. There's the trade deadline that's coming up. So I'm sure some teams will be making moves, but you got to, appreciate you giving the Brewers their props. They're a young team with a lot of hungry players, so they've got really no weakness right now.
They are on fire. And if I may pivot to NFL, Stephen, a question for you. I know you're a lifelong Dallas Cowboy fan. Did you happen to see the Super Bowl rings for the Philadelphia Eagles?
I haven't yet. Did they just come out?
They just came out, and you used the right word, came out. There's actually a button on these rings that you can press, and little wings pop out of the ring.
Yeah, that's stupid.
What?
How do you really feel about it, Stephen?
Anything they do is stupid. I'm very immature with them.
Well, look, nothing like a little rivalry between sports franchises, but look it up. It's interesting. When I was a kid and, Roger Staubach showed his Super Bowl ring. It looked like my high school ring from '85.
I know.
You didn't press a button and it went Dick Tracy on you. It was just like, here's your ring.
If it's a Philly ring, if you press a button, it cusses at you.
Oh, wow. Well, on that note, friends, y'all have a great weekend. Love the show.
Thank you.
Have a great week. Love the show.
Thanks. And it will boo Santa Claus.
And boo Santa Claus and break Michael Irvin's leg or something. I don't know.
Here, I'm looking at a video. Oh, yeah. It has like little wings that pop out.
Oh, my God. I can't believe we've let them win 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Because I used to always say, you never won one. Like, well, we won the 1963 championship against the Dayton Triangles. And I'd be like, who cares?
Who, the Eagles? Is that what they used to say?
Yeah.
Actually, I think their previous championship had been in 1963 against the Packers.
Yeah, well.
Against Lombardi's Packers.
Yeah, whatever. No one cares.
I know. Most younger fans don't think the NFL started before the Super Bowls.
I think that's when we should start championships. If not, Cleveland Browns are the greatest franchise in history. They're not.
They had quite a bit of success.
They had 11 championships.
Under Paul Brown.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll take Lombardi's Packers. I'll match them up against anybody.
Okay.
That was a solid team. Look how many Hall of Famers they had.
That's true. Different world, right?
Maybe a little. Maybe a little. All right, another call. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
I'll try to be quick, guys. Enjoying the show.
Thanks.
Since I'm on a 6-month jail sentence on Facebook, y'all going to have to put up with me. This is the real OG 50 Cent from LaSalle Parish, Johnny Smith. I'm the OG. I'm not the black rapper, Curtis, but I'm the white redneck from LaSalle. So you'll be hearing from me regular.
Awesome.
Now, concerning And Curtis is okay with me being the OG 50 Cent because I'm older than him. Now, look, as far as NFL, I hadn't watched the game in 10 years when
Really?
I started all this kneeling stuff.
Okay.
But I'm an original Westwood Warrior from Winter Haven, Florida, and we revered our Warrior status and the Seminoles, and I'm a half-ass Indian. I'm a Seminole fan. But as far as DC, they lost the rights to the Redskins as far as I'm concerned. And my suggestion for anything in Washington, even though I'm 120% Trump, it needs to be the Washington A-holes, because that's all they are, just a big A with a circle on their helmet. Y'all have a good one enjoying the show.
Where'd you say you're from?
LaSalle Parish.
Well, I spent 34 years on the police department in Alexandria, but I now live in LaSalle Parish across from McDonald's.
I thought you said you lived in Florida.
I moved from Florida to Gina in 77 and then to Alexandria for 34 years on the police department. Enjoyed every minute of it.
Yeah. No, where were you at from Florida?
Winter Haven, Jacksonville, Pensacola. I was an Air Force brat, so we were we were in Orlando before it was Disney World.
I got you.
And my dad said this carnival thing they're building in Orlando will never make it, so we didn't invest in land for Disney World. So that was a missed investment opportunity. But AAA Investigative Services, that's the #1 investigative service in the state, and the OG 50 Cent uses only AAA Investigative Service. Look us up. I'm going to go and let somebody else have a chance. Enjoy the show.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I used to go to Lynn Haven all the time at my old job.
Really?
That's right by Panama City.
Yeah.
Interesting. Very small town.
Yeah, well, we appreciate him calling in. Look forward to hearing from him once again. He sounds like he's got a little personality to him, I'd have to say.
Well, we got that plenty around here.
We definitely do. So we're excited to have all of our great callers, 442-8255. One more sports note from the weekend. Stephen, did you enjoy the WNBA All-Star festivities this week?
I must have missed it again for another year in a row.
The fan went wild. Yay.
I don't know. They've actually picked up some steam. I'll give it to them.
They have, because of Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
But she was hurt. So they said the ticket prices dropped. I think it was close to $100 a ticket.
Golly.
And when she got hurt, they were like $38 a ticket.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And the big news of the weekend with that was the players before the game were all sporting T-shirts that said, "Pay us what we're worth."
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
And of course,
thoughts?
Most people's reaction was, well, then you're going to have to pay the league, or you have to pay back the NBA.
Yeah.
Because the league has always lost money and the NBA has had to subsidize it.
Yeah.
So, but they are making more money now because, again, the Caitlin Clark factor. But
I think I know more WNBA players now than NBA. I'm not even joking.
Really?
I'm not joking.
All right. Can you name 5?
I hate you. Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, the other Fever player, Sophie?
Sophia Cunningham.
Okay, and...
You get that one because that's your daughter's name.
Yeah. I don't even know who she really is. I've seen some of them. I could recognize them. I don't know their name. And LeBron James is all I know in the NBA. That's
is that
it.
the only guy you know in the NBA?
Okay, the fact that it's close. I know the old school players who are probably near retirement in the NBA.
Right.
I don't know any of the new ones.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, there aren't a lot of exciting young superstars in the NBA right now. I mean, a couple. Victor Wembanyama, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. You probably never heard of him.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, he was the MVP this year for the Thunder as they won the NBA championship.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And Cooper Flag was just drafted by the Dallas Mavericks.
Okay.
Young guy from Duke.
I know you like Luka Doncic.
Yeah, he got traded.
To the Lakers, yeah. Saw that.
Yeah.
Okay, I know more NBA, but the fact that I can name 3 WNBA players is pretty good.
First time ever.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. Team names, name them whatever you want. Let the free market decide.
There you go.
Not the government.
Yeah. See, that libertarian streak is coming on you again.
I would say that's what I've always been.
I'd say so.
Yeah. Whatever. Let's talk about Redskins instead of the Epstein files. Makes sense. I'm surprised you haven't brought up the DOJ stuff.
Yeah.
Been waiting on that.
Oh, me? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll do that next. We got to take a break here on Talk Back.
KSYL.
Close your eyes and feel the sun-drenched breeze of southern Spain. From whitewashed villages to golden beaches, this is where history meets passion. Moorish palaces, flamenco night, and unforgettable tapas. This small group, escorted by Annie and Christine in March 2026, will visit Seville, Cordoba, Granada, Marbella, and more. Join our spectacular Spain tour, beaming with culturally rich and local experiences. FreedomTravelLLC.com, your international travel architect.
Put some fun in your future with Pleasure Pools. Right now, get a 16 by 32 in-ground pool for just $39,995. Financing available. Pleasure Pools has been building top-quality fiberglass, gunite, and vinyl pools across Louisiana and East Texas for over 30 years. Want more? Add a spa, waterfall, or custom feature, and we've got you covered for maintenance and remodeling too. Call 318-357-9000 or visit pleasurepoolsinc.com.
Lowe's knows big savings make a big difference, especially when you're shopping for appliances. Hurry in to get up to 30% off select major appliances. Plus, My Lowe's Rewards members get free delivery, free haul away, free installation and parts on purchases of $2,500 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/30. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Price, delivery time, and vehicle availability may vary based on order size and location. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com/delivery for more details.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins.
Join the millions of people who are celebrating going hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins. Footwear you just step into and they're on.
It's crazy how something as simple as a pair of shoes have made my life better.
After trying Skechers Slip-ins, I want all my shoes to have this technology.
See what everybody can't stop talking about. Go hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
If you value airline miles as well as hotel and rental car company points, beware losing those perks. Most airlines offer miles or points that don't expire, but that's not true of all major loyalty programs. From America's #1 travel radio show, this is your RM World Travel Minute. I'm Rudy Maxa. For 2 years, I went without a personal car. I rented cars from Hertz frequently, and I earned quite a few free rental days as a reward for my business. Then I bought a car, and I haven't needed to rent one in the last 8 months or so, until the other day, when I thought, might as well use some of those free award days from Hertz. But I was shocked to find they'd evaporated. I called Hertz and learned I'd gone 6 months without renting from them, so I'd lost all my rewards. Who knew? Not me. And it's not just Hertz. Hyatt's frequent guest program will take away any free nights you've earned if you don't stay in a Hyatt for 2 years, unless you carry a Hyatt credit card. I didn't have the energy to look for the small type on multiple rental car and hotel companies' websites, but if you have a significant stash of freebies, make sure you know if and when they might disappear. More travel info at rmworldtravel.com.
970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYL. To take part in the show, call 442-8255. That's 442-TALK back.
You guys know I'm not. This intelligence community assessment that President Obama ordered be published, which contained a manufactured intelligence document. It's worse than even politicization of intelligence. It was manufactured intelligence that sought to achieve President Obama and his team's objective, which was undermining President Trump's presidency and subverting the will of the American people. So yes, next week we will be releasing more detailed information about how exactly this took place and the extent to which this information was sought to be hidden from the American people, hidden from officials who would be in a position to do something about it. And that's really the point here that I think is most important, Maria, and you said it in your opening. Accountability is essential for the future of our country, for the American people to have any sense of trust in the integrity of our democratic republic. Accountability, action, prosecution, indictments for those who are responsible for trying to steal our democracy is essential for us to make sure that this never happens to our country again.
All right, that's Tulsi Gabbard, the Director of National Intelligence. She was on the Fox News program with Maria Bartiromo yesterday, Sunday Morning Futures. Excuse me, she had been on Sean Hannity Friday, Fox and Friends Saturday morning. And all this has to do with her office is saying that the Obama administration manufactured intelligence to create the entire 2016 Russian election interference narrative, which, as we know, led to a special investigation with Robert Mueller and cost millions and millions of dollars and hampered the administration the entire time. Gabbard on Friday had declassified documents revealing what she called overwhelming evidence that demonstrated how, after Donald Trump won the 2016 election, then President Obama and his national security team laid the groundwork for what would be a years-long Trump-Russia collusion probe. Now, she's used words like conspiracy and treason in all of this. We'll see where this all goes. A couple thoughts that I have on it is, if it's even remotely true, I feel like this is way bigger than Watergate ever was. But what surprised me, I guess maybe shouldn't have surprised me over the weekend, is I saw, other than Fox News, virtually no coverage on this from the traditional media outlets.
There really isn't. And I had to search for it. Because you were telling me about it, and I'm not really on X that much.
Yeah.
And so I was looking and looking. I go to Drudge a lot, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And that's unusual, but
yeah.
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Everyone on X, after you told me, I looked at it, they're like, Obama's going to be in handcuffs. Okay, yeah.
Right.
Okay. That's not going to happen. But you never know to what extent this could go. I don't think we're going to see the former president in handcuffs, though.
Yeah, and I think what we've seen with a lot of things so far, even under this administration, granted it's only been 6 months, but we see a lot of this kind of thing where something comes out and then nothing really ever happens. But I mean, from the documents, when you read them, they are pretty damning. So I don't know. We'll see. It probably will take some kind of special prosecutor if they are going to go after this. But at the very least, it's very disturbing stuff.
What was the response? So was there anybody involved with it from the start, like Manafort? I mean, some of them were indicted, right?
Right, like General Flynn.
But
yeah,
was there no truth to that?
Apparently not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know Flynn was calling for them to make arrest or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Literally, we just have to wait and see. I hate saying it.
No, you're right.
And then, hey, can I switch subjects?
Sure.
Okay, did you see what happened in Minneapolis? They, a Democratic Socialist won the party vote over there.
Right.
It's Omar Fata?
He's a Somalian.
He's a Somalian Muslim Democratic Socialist, and this comes after Mondami in New York.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, just like the right went to the right with MAGA, the left is going to go to the Democratic Socialist wing. It's a big push, and it kind of showed its face in 2016 with Bernie. They felt like they were screwed there, and you're going to start seeing it come out here.
That's scary.
But we'll see whatever comes out of that.
Yeah. I mean,
two very liberal places, though.
Yeah, extremely.
But that's kind of like trickles down.
Yep. If I lived in those cities, I would be putting my house up for sale, taking my act to Florida.
I just couldn't afford New York.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Minneapolis. Never been.
It used to be a really nice city, but things I've read about it is it's gotten a lot trashier.
I think that's all cities.
Yeah.
I just don't know what's going on.
No. Well, I can tell you what's going on. All right, let's go to the phones. Good morning, you're on Talkback.
So I didn't follow the news this weekend, but are you telling me that one party used all the levers at their disposal to undermine and weaken another party?
Can you believe that?
Shocker.
It's shocking. I mean, this should, who is naive enough to think that the Democrats or the Republicans would do whatever they could and whatever they could get away with to undermine and weaken their opponent? I mean, this has been going on since Hamilton and Ball had a duel on Long Island.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great. Second of all, Minnesota. I am shocked that a state where a guy wants to put tampons in men's locker rooms would actually turn socialist. Shocking.
Shocking. Yeah. The thing about Minnesota, it's like a lot of other states where I know that in the more rural areas, you have very conservative people, good people, but you get those cities that just dominate. And that's an area of the country where they brought in a lot of Somali immigrants who just don't want to assimilate into the American culture. They want to have their little Somalia in Minnesota. So.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me that when you bring citizens in from a country that is broken and is falling apart? By the way, I had a nice uncle. His name was Uncle Sam that sent me to Somalia. And I've been there. And you bring people from that to any city and let them run the city, it's going downhill. So again, who's south?
Yeah.
I mean, I know plenty of people who come from different countries that are broken that don't want anything to do with them.
Oh, really? Enough to win an election?
Probably. I don't know. I don't know if he's going to win that election. We'll have to see. It was a party vote by the state party. That's still in question.
Tell me the last time a Republican won the mayoral election in Minnesota and Minneapolis.
I don't know what we're arguing. Probably. I can't tell you anything about Minneapolis. I don't know.
Right. So you're speaking without knowing what's going on. I got you.
So you know everything about Somalia and Minneapolis. Got it.
Well, I think I've been to Somalia. Have you?
I have not.
Have you been to Minnesota, Minneapolis?
I've been through the airport a few times. I don't know what we're talking about. We'll have to wait and see.
I've been to Minneapolis a lot more than the airport. So again, if you want to compare travel arrangements and tourism, I'm glad too, because
I don't really know what he said there.
Yeah, you're kind of breaking up on us. So, all right.
I said that if you want to compare places that I've actually been to versus places you haven't, I'll be glad to do that.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
All right, thanks for the call. Let's move on to the next one. Good morning, you're on Talkback.
Good morning. You know, the sad part is these things are going to come to light about this dossier, right?
Yeah.
But no heads are going to roll. Nobody's going to see any jail time.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a fluff story that they come out and say, oh, these people did this, so shame on you. And that'll be it.
Yeah.
Nothing will ever happen. Nobody will take the fall for it, unfortunately. Just like Clinton can delete how many thousands of emails and nothing happens.
But it's the Republicans that are the threat to democracy. Donald Trump is the threat to democracy, we're told.
Yeah, I mean, it's blatantly obvious. Those who can't see it have blinders on, apparently.
Yeah.
So one question about Minneapolis. Are these refugees or these immigrants, are they allowed to vote?
I believe so. Once they're citizens, sure.
Once they've earned citizenship, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, this has to have been a process that's been going on for 20 plus years.
No doubt.
I mean,
yeah.
It's been something in the works for a long time with these major cities.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very sad to see significant places in our country headed in a bad direction.
I agree with you. All right. Thanks for the call. We got to take this last break. Back after this.
Talkback is sponsored by The Clinics with 27 providers and 3 locations. Someone can see you today. Stick around. More of Talkback is on the way.
You too could have a beautiful smile in as little as 12 weeks. Exclusive to Today's Dental in Pineville, Virtual Align Clear Aligners. The fastest, most convenient, affordable way to straighten your teeth for people on the go. Plus, they're invisible. No one will know you're doing it. Experience the Virtual Align difference. Call Today's Dental at 448-4540. It's a general dental facility on Highway 28 East in Pineville, owned by Dr. Jonas Goche. 448-4540.
Do you want to take a vacation every day? Do you want to know where your children are all summer long? Then call A1 Pools now and have a swimming pool installed in your own backyard. A1 Pools can build your pool and have you swimming with your family before you know it. Call A1 Pools now and get a free quote. Call 318-449-2093. And financing is available. Call A1 Pools now. 318-449-2093.
Now back to Talkback 970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYO.
All right, we got about a minute left in this hour. Much more to come up in hour number 2 as we continue on a Monday with Open Line with you here at 442-8255 on Talkback on the BOM Bank Talk line. Any big story ideas you're working on for today?
Just kind of waiting and seeing. Got a couple things on. So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. And you never know. Things seem to pop up, don't they?
They do.
Yeah.
You complain it's slow, and then it's not slow anymore.
Funny how that happens, right?
It does.
So, no, and I agree with the last caller. I had to cut him a little short because we had to take that break. You know, unless we actually see heads roll, then it's just another story that's going to come and go. And I feel like that was kind of the point I was making earlier. There has to be more than just, hey, we found this, hey, this happened. But I mean, if this is serious enough to the level of if it was actually treason and some kind of conspiracy, then yeah, there should absolutely be indictments, convictions, and jail time.
Yeah, I agree with, I forgot which caller, the one that we argued with. He was right about both parties do it all the time.
Yeah, to some degree, but I don't know. I feel like lately, though, it's been more one party than the other. When it comes to the underhanded, sneaky stuff that's been going on.
Maybe. I don't know. They're one and the same to me.
I disagree there. But nonetheless, more coming up.
The opinions expressed were those of the hosts and callers, and not necessarily those of Cenlaw Broadcasting.
FM 104.9, AM 970, KSYL, and KRRV 100.3 HD3, Alexandria. It's 8 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. The work week begins with a scorching heat wave kicking up across parts of the country. CBS meteorologist Rob Marciano.
We've got a number of heat advisories out from Florida all the way back towards the Dakotas. Heat warnings out for Kansas City, for St. Louis, for Memphis. Temperatures there are going to be dangerously hot today with the humidity. It's going to feel like 109 in Memphis, 111 in spots, 102 in St. Louis.
Severe storms sent debris flying in Maine over the weekend and knocking down trees in Massachusetts. Rescuers saved more than 100 people in a mere 2 hours during extreme flooding in Maryland. A terrifying flight from Minneapolis to Minot, North Dakota. The pilot says he had to swerve to avoid slamming into a B-52 bomber as he came in for a landing. Transportation correspondent Chris Van Cleve.
The FAA says it is still trying to gather more information about what happened here. We don't know how close these two aircraft came. It was a SkyWest regional jet with about 80 people on board flying for Delta. The captain said it was close enough that he worried that passengers may have seen the other plane, that B-52, coming at them through their window.
There is a military air base near the Minot airport. At least 19 people, including the pilot, killed when a Bangladesh Air Force jet crashed into a school in the capital of Dhaka just after takeoff. CBS's Vicki Barker is at the foreign desk.
As ambulances ferry more victims to the hospital, crowds have gathered outside its gates. Some people holding up signs with their blood types. Some 2,000 elementary to high school students were attending classes when the Chinese-made Air Force training plane crashed into the campus. Frantic parents have rushed to the school and to the hospital, desperate for news of their children.
A new CBS News poll shows support for President Trump's taken a hit. He now has a 42% approval rating. That's a double-digit drop since February. CBS's Weijia Jiang is at the White House.
A top issue remains the economy. 70% of people say the administration is not doing enough to lower prices prices. 61% believe they are putting too much focus on tariffs, and 60% oppose new tariffs on imported goods.
There's a sentencing hearing in Louisville, Kentucky today for one of a former police officer, one of at least 7 who shot Breonna Taylor to death in her apartment during a botched drug raid. Brett Hankinson could receive as little as just a day in prison. Former federal prosecutor Lori Levinson on the Upper Range.
The pre-sentence report by the probation department did recommend 11 to 14 years. In fact, under the statute, it could be a life sentence.
This is CBS News.
Progressive Insurance, with insurance for cars, home, boat, motorcycles, RVs, and commercial vehicles at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. 1 discount per household.
Louisiana Radio Network, I'm Jeff Palermo. Congresswoman Julia Letlow is one of the most well-liked politicians in the state, and she's facing a big decision, according to the Advocate's political reporter, Tyler Bridges.
Bridges says the 44-year-old Letlow has 3 options.
Does she run for re-election? Does she challenge Senator Cassidy? Or does she go for the presidency of LSU?
Letlow has a doctorate and was an administrator at ULM, which gives her some qualifications to be the next LSU president. Bridges says Letlow is staying mum, but those in political circles believe
she will run for the Senate
if she gets President Trump's endorsement. I'm John Burns.
The debate continues over the decision to end the Mid-Barataria sediment diversion, a $3 billion coastal restoration project. Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser wishes the state spend its time and money on other projects.
If we would have started pumping river sediment and building berms and ridges as soon as we got the BP money, we would have a lot better shot of holding off a major hurricane and protecting our coast.
LRN.
The clinics welcome Dr. Noah Miller, family medicine physician, to our team. Dr. Miller from Vadrine, Louisiana, is now accepting new patients. Call today to schedule your appointment. The clinics offers a wide range of services, including primary care, family and chronic care, urgent and acute care with on-site lab and x-ray. Same-day appointments are available, and we accept most insurance and Medicare. Experience exceptional care at the clinics, 1587 North Bolton. Call 445-9823 or look us up online at theclinics.us.
Hey, it's Melissa from the Sinlaw Broadcasting Weather Center, and your Monday forecast, well, it's a hot one with partly cloudy skies and a high around 97 with winds out of the southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now, later on tonight, we're going to have mostly clear skies with a low around 74, and as of right now, it looks like no rain in sight until later this week. And that's your look at your weather from the Sinlaw Broadcasting Weather Center. I'm Melissa Frost.
Currently 75 degrees in Sinlaw.
Talkback is sponsored by The Clinics. With 27 providers and 3 locations, someone can see you today.
It's Talkback, Central Louisiana's longest-running talk show. Whether it's the guests or the callers, Talkback is where Central Louisiana begins its conversation.
All right, we are back for hour number 2 of Talkback here on your Monday. Al Quartermont along with Stephen Maxwell. As we've had some lively discussions so far, we'd love to keep the conversations going at 442-8255.
I still don't even know what I was arguing about. Like, I was confused. I just feel like I was just arguing to argue at that point. I don't even know what I was arguing. I've never been to Minneapolis or Somalia. I got it. Yeah. I got to work on that. Be more versed in my travels.
Yeah.
I got to move Somalia up on the list there, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I think the point he was making is if you're going to import people from countries and they don't change their culture, all they're doing is bringing their culture here.
But that's what I'm agreeing with it. I'm just saying, I think there's a lot of people who come from different countries that don't want to do anything with their own countries. That's all I was saying.
No, I agree.
And he goes,
with that.
it wasn't enough to sway on election. Well, it wasn't a room packed full of Somalians at the the Minneapolis Democratic convention they were having.
Yeah.
I just think it's a trend we're seeing. Democratic socialists are rising up. Didn't say I agree with it. I just feel like that's the trend we're seeing.
Well, what you're seeing is, I think what you're saying is that the Democrats are going even harder left.
Yes. That's what I think
as a
happening.
party. But that's been going on for a while.
I think it's taking a significant turn.
Yeah.
Because they felt like Kamala and Hillary were kind of milquetoast, centrist in their opinions, and they wanted something kind of like MAGA, their own version, something a little bit more populist.
Right, which Bernie Sanders has tapped into in the past, even though his lifestyle does not support his words. He loves to fly private jets and he loves to have multiple houses. But, you and I should be part of that level economic playing field.
Yeah, I'm not arguing with you. I'm just feeling like politically that's what we're seeing.
When I checked, it wasn't the Republicans who screwed Bernie Sanders in 2016. It was
But
the
that's
Democrats.
what I'm saying. A lot of the Democrats cannot stand the party.
Yeah.
Because they feel like they've been cheated.
Right.
Yeah, that's why you're seeing this rise up.
Which is similar to MAGA on the Republican side.
Yeah. They feel like they've been cheated. They still remember 2016.
Right.
When Bernie was kind of kiboshed by the Clintons.
Right.
And then you're seeing these populist movements across the country with MAGA. And, you're seeing the AOCs and Omar and all them. Like, you're just seeing all of these populist movements rise up, and I think you're going to start seeing it in bigger elections.
The only thing I would say is the Trump populist movement seems to tap much more into American tradition and patriotism, whereas the Democrat populism seems to tap much more into socialism to even the point of communism. Do you see it based in American pride?
I'm just saying, I feel like you're going to... A lot of millennials might lean towards the Democratic Socialist over MAGA, and they're going to be a huge voting bloc. I'm not saying I agree with it. I just feel like that's what we're going to see.
I mean,
maybe not in Louisiana.
Younger men, no, because we saw that in the 2024 election. Younger men have had it.
Gen Z.
Yeah. But in terms of like maybe that 28 to 34 age group, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I agree with you
Especially
on
the
that.
females, especially the unmarried females.
It just depends on what part of the country.
The government is their husband.
I don't know.
I mean, generally, if you have blue hair, you're probably voting blue.
No. I'm not going to... I don't know how many people have blue hair. I don't know.
I see them all the time. I always want to ask them, but I'm like, nah. It's kind of like in nature. Like, usually they say like the species that have really vibrant colors are the more dangerous ones. So there are signs. I'm kidding. Come on. Don't get all bent out of shape if you're...
I don't think anybody's getting bent out of shape here.
Talking to the audience.
No, I gotcha.
But no, I mean, I agree. I think there's a populist movement in the country, kind of a battle for the soul of the country. And one is more rooted in patriotism, tradition, and the greatness of America. And the other is rooted in bitterness and dissatisfaction and wanting to transform America into something that has never worked around the world. And we've seen it over and over again. So anywho, we've got calls coming in at 442-8255 here on Talkback, and let's go to those. Good morning, you're on Talkback.
Good morning. I was thinking about the parties, and each trying to harm each other, but they generally don't go, through the government to do it. I think that's kind of what Nixon did. When you go ahead and you weaponize your CIA and your intelligence, or or your DOJ, and you lie to the fires of courts, and you use the government to attack the other party. You know, that's generally where you go a little too far.
Yeah.
And so I think that's a little different this time. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. And I do think that is an issue that we saw, especially the last 4 years, a lot more weaponization of the federal government against political opponents, including Trump himself. I mean, look at what he went through the last 4 years. It's really kind of miraculous that he's even president based on that. But so there's a guy on Twitter I follow. He kind of shared this timeline. I want to kind of get your thoughts on this. So this is what we know has been true so far. In the 2016 presidential election, the Clinton campaign fabricated out of the ether a wholly fictional dossier alleging that Trump was an agent of the Russian Federation. Fabricated. The dossier was shared with intelligence and law enforcement agencies in the friendly Obama administration and treated as a reliable intelligence source, even though the agencies knew that it was pretty suspect. The dossier was then used as a legal basis for surveillance and wiretaps on members of the Trump team before and after the election, and the communications equipment in the Trump transition team headquarters in New York was wiretapped by the Obama administration. Remember when Trump was on 60 Minutes and he said that they were spying, and Leslie Stone, it was not true, Mr. President. And now we know that it was. After the election was over and Trump had won, the intelligence community determined that there was no material Russian interference in the election, but Obama directed them to reverse that finding. That's what Gabbard is alleging in the documents that she has released. This is what she's saying these documents say. This new finding, coupled with the ongoing concerns regarding the dossier, became the basis for the effort by the Obama administration to prevent Trump from ever taking office. The ongoing use of the dossier and the IC report were the basis for numerous unlawful warrants on the Trump team, the creation of interview traps where members might incriminate themselves. I believe that he's referring there to what happened to Michael Flynn, into making false statements to the FBI and generally encircling the entire transition team into placing them into a public aura of some kind of illegal enterprise and not a validly elected administration. With the Obama plan unable to prevent Trump from taking office, his loyalists who remained in the new Trump administration did their best to work toward removing Trump via scandal, with James Comey being the chief bagman via that bogus dossier. And now we know that Comey and Brennan are being investigated. While everything described above was happening, it was all being leaked to the media in an effort to discredit and cripple the Trump administration. Often bogus information would be fed to a media source. The source would report it, and then the fact that the media reported the bogus information was used by the Democratic operatives as a basis for legitimizing the wrap-up smear. Remember the Washington Post won Pulitzer Prizes for their reporting on this? All of the above became such a burden on the new Trump administration that a special prosecutor, Mueller, was appointed to cut to the truth. Unfortunately, he was relying on the same fake dossier and bogus IC reports, so the bogus data led to a bogus investigation that served no other purpose than to cripple the administration for a couple of years. And so to summarize that, the Obama-Hillary plan had 3 steps: spread Russian lies so Trump loses the election; 2, if he wins, spread the lies so he's never inaugurated; and 3, if he is inaugurated, spread the lies to cripple his ability to govern. After Trump lost in 2020 and he started indicating he'd run again, the Obama team, now with Biden installed in the White House, knew they could not let him win, as he would unravel what they had done, make it public, and potentially cause a bunch of them to end up in prison. So they coordinated lawfare attacks on Trump across the nation using Democratic operatives, thinking that Trump would end up in prison or his reputation would be in such tatters he could never be elected. Well, we know what happened, right? In July of this year, Tulsi Gabbard, over the weekend, releasing this treasure trove of before hidden information, which alongside already public information about the fake dossier shows that everything we say above is 100% inarguably, reliably, factually, objectively accurate. So, again, for the party that says they love democracy, do they love democracy? What is described above is maybe one of the most undemocratic things ever imaginable. So forget any arguments about whether something was criminal or the statute of limitations or whatever technicality gets thrown in there. Just a simple question this guy asks: how can you tolerate this? How can you tolerate this? So,
I mean, yeah, I agree. If it's whatever comes out, if it's true, it'd be a concern for sure.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of it politically too, on the timing of it. I mean, they would release it whenever he's embroiled in Epstein, you know.
Yeah, I can see your point there.
But regardless, yeah, I mean, that's a concerning thing for sure.
Which, by the way, Trump is suing the Wall Street Journal for, was it $1 billion? Rupert Murdoch?
Yeah. Did you see, so there was that Wall Street Journal story that everyone's talking, or some people are talking about, where he drew a lewd drawing to Epstein. And then Trump says, I don't even draw pictures. That's not something I would do. And then the New York Times came out with a story saying that he used to draw quite frequently for charities. And there's tons of those drawings out there. So there's a lot of stuff. And I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, on the Epstein thing, if Trump were truly involved with Epstein, and if the Department of Justice has those files and has had them for years, don't you think the Democrats would have released that over the last 4 years?
I don't know. If it's under investigation, can they release some things? I think that's the point. I don't know. It's confusing.
Yeah.
So I don't think anybody thinks he's going to be, indicted or anything over it. Just might have some embarrassing moments.
Right. Possibly.
Which, I don't know why that.
I remember Epstein's Epstein's lawyer. Diddy had an oiler.
Oh man, of all the things you could have said.
Epstein's lawyer,
Freudian slip.
Yeah, said that Trump was not involved in that. So, if you can believe a lawyer.
I don't know. Even if the drawing was true.
Yeah.
You would look at it from both sides. The Wall Street Journal had to feel like they had a pretty good story after he's sued and successfully sued multiple news organizations and settled with them.
Right.
I mean, it's not something that because usually when you put out a story like that with a president, there's really not much of a case, right?
Right.
But he's been winning those cases. So I feel like they have something legitimate because they knew this was going to happen. However, even if I'm Trump and it was true, I don't know if it's really going to affect the rest of his presidency if he drew that picture.
Right.
Is anyone at home really that upset that he drew the picture?
Yeah.
But we already knew they were friends at one point for a number of years.
Right.
So, yeah. I don't know. I don't think anybody really knows.
And will it all come out? We shall see. So, a lot of storylines happening simultaneously.
Yeah, but the DOJ thing is concerning. And I mean, whatever out of that is true. And I just don't think we're going to see Obama arrested like some on X are really hoping for.
Right.
But we saw Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah. Federally charged. So you never know.
All right, we need to take a break. Again, 442-8255 is our number here on Talkback.
Talkback is sponsored by The Clinics with 27 providers and 3 locations. Someone can see you today. Stick around. More of Talkback is on the way.
Put some fun in your future with Pleasure Pools. Right now, get a 16 by 32 in-ground pool for just $39,995. Financing available. Pleasure Pools has been building top-quality fiberglass, gunite, and vinyl pools across Louisiana and East Texas for over 30 years. Want more? Add a spa, waterfall, or custom feature, and we've got you covered for maintenance and remodeling too. Call 318-357-9000 or visit pleasurepoolsinc.com.
Reuters Institute reports social media has become the main source of news for more than half of people in the U.S., surpassing TV channels and news websites. Before the story hits the group chat, it hits Simla Update. Follow Simla Broadcasting on Facebook, your community, your update.
A message from Israel Air Conditioning and Heating.
Yeah, my mama, she told me to pick up and call Israel Air. She told me Israel Air. She told me. She said they'll come running with comfort beyond compare.
And a very fair price.
Because you know we're all about your comfort, no troubles. Call 442-6657. That's 442-6657. 657. We're all about your comfort, about your comfort.
If you'd like to take part in the show today, call the BOM Bank Talk line at 442-8255. That's 442-TALK. And remember, if you're looking to purchase or refinance your home, call Christina Bagwell at the BOM Bank Mortgage Department at 448-2430.
To take part in the show, call 442-8255. That's 442-TALK. 970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYO. Now back to Talk Back.
All right, it's Alan Stephen with you here on a Monday morning. We're just chatting it up with you at 442-8255 on the BOM Bank Talk line. I'm not really a UFC guy from a sports standpoint. I realize it's extremely popular with a lot of folks. I just don't happen to be one of them, but they had the UFC event down in New Orleans over the weekend, and it sounds like it was a gigantic success. In fact, I saw afterward when Dana White was doing like a press conference post-fight card that he said they definitely would look at returning to New Orleans again. It was also kind of the going out party for Dustin Poirier, who called it a career following his fight against Max Holloway.
He's from Lafayette, right?
Yeah.
Poirier?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I've never been a big UFC guy either. Not a big fan. But I appreciate what they do.
My brother's really into it. That's almost the only sport he watches anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not saying I dislike it. I've just never really given it a real shot, I guess.
Yeah. Same here. I mean, I don't know. I've kind of tried to watch it, but just, sometimes something just doesn't really hit you the right way, I guess.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
You're not really into the gruesome sports?
No, it's interesting because I love, obviously, pro wrestling.
Yeah, but that's fake.
But yeah, it's entertainment and the storylines and all that. And I think it was CM Punk a few years ago tried his hand at UFC, and it didn't really go too well for him. But those guys are, they're beasts. They're very alpha male. And the audience that it attracts. I mean, you've seen several times where Trump shows up at a UFC event, the crowd just goes wild for him.
No, that's why he goes.
Yeah. No, he didn't go to this one. Did you see last week when he was at the soccer championship?
Yeah.
He was there for the trophy presentation, and I was just laughing.
I think the only thing that came out of that was the vein thing. His legs were looking pretty rough. Poor guy. So.
Yeah, I saw somebody over the weekend said it's amazing how the mainstream media had very little concern about the blood flow in Biden's brain, but they're really wrapped up in the blood flow in Trump's ankles.
See, I remember, I know maybe the national media ignored it, but that's all I even thought as a rational human being is oh, Biden's really not looking good out there,
Yeah.
Everybody in America knows it.
Yeah, it was kind of like the emperor's new clothes. Everybody knew it. It's just
we all talk. I mean,
yeah.
That disqualified him, in my opinion, from being president, obviously, There's no way he would have won that election. He knew it.
Yeah.
And he got significantly worse.
Yes.
Over the years. Even he was kind of getting a little little dementia there in 2020 is when he ran.
Mm-hmm.
And so, it even got significantly worse as it went on.
No question. But the gaslighting that we took. Oh, and that's another thing. Remember how they always talked about, we're transparent and all that. Now, since they're doing these investigations into who knew what and what they were doing, every single person that's being called before a congressional committee just keeps pleading the fifth.
And he was just never there. He was never present.
Right.
They never did news conferences.
No.
It was obvious. And they knew that debate was coming.
Yeah.
It was going to be a disaster, and it was.
They did their best.
No matter what you think about Trump, the one thing that I like about him is that he does multiple news conferences, and he lets it roll.
Oh, he does.
Yep. He answers the questions. I like that.
He loves to spar with the media, I would say.
It's like his favorite sport.
So, yeah. Last week, it's a story we didn't really have time to get to, but the state announced on Thursday that they were ending what was known as the am I going to get this name right? Barataria Sediment Diversion Project.
Yeah.
So they were canceling a $3 billion coastal restoration project to replace it with a smaller scale version. The state cited soaring costs, permitting concerns, and litigation as the main reason for doing that. The National Wildlife Federation said that they're disappointed with the decision. Governor Landry had testified before a Senate Transportation Committee last November, saying the project was destroying certain aspects of Louisiana's culture, specifically the shrimping industry. So far, at least $600 million were invested into the project. So I've seen kind of various reaction to this. A lot of people feel really disappointed that they're ending that. So
yeah, they say we're losing a football field. What, an hour of
Something
land?
like
Something
that.
to that effect.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they felt like this was going to fix it.
Mhm.
I think there were some concerns over it was going to kill dolphins and maybe hurt the oyster industry.
Shrimp industry, yeah.
Well, I think if they would have moved forward with it, it was going to.
Oh, okay.
Or something to that effect. I think it was both.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a big Edwards project, wasn't it? Announced.
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so. So that's the end of that, it appears.
For now.
For now. All right, let's return to the phones here on Talkback. Good morning. You are on Talkback.
Yeah. Trump, I do like how Trump does the news conferences. It's I wish all elected officials, I'm not gonna name some, would do news conferences that hold real ones. So
and they're giving more opportunities to alternative media.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember, there was something last week that was one of the agencies, I want to say, that they did a big confab with bringing in alternative media sources. So
favorable media
I don't know.
sources.
Oh, maybe, I don't know, but you get more like into podcasters and things like that.
Yeah. What's I wonder what media is going to be like in like 5 years even.
That's I think a great question, and especially when you factor in AI and the impact that AI is making. Someone shared an article with me yesterday that there was a radio station group owner in New York that's looking to replace his voiceover talent with AI.
Yeah.
So do you really know if this is me and Steven, or is this AI talking to you?
Yeah, I guess ask a personal question that only the real Alan Steven would know.
There you go. Although that AI is getting smarter and smarter, it might learn us, you know?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. I wonder what kind of jobs it's going to take away. Like, is it really going to take away a bunch of jobs, or is it just unknown?
I don't know. That's what they say, especially if you're in things like coding in the computer sector, the technology sector. I just saw Mike Rowe the other day talking about this. He was talking about if young people want to go into solid industries for the future, it would be the trades. Things like electrician work, plumbing work, those sorts of skills that are just very quickly evaporating. And, you know, for a long time, the thing that was sold to people was, unless you go to college and get a 4-year degree, you won't be successful in life. Now it's kind of, we're seeing a swing back the other way to where we're saying, oh no, you know, welding, welding and things like electricians are
plumbing,
in high demand. So you can get almost $100,000 jobs starting out.
And all those tech jobs with the hot stuff a couple of years ago when I was in school, and they're not anymore.
Right,
They're
because AI is
cut.
AI is replacing so much of that.
And they were making bank, and now they're making nothing.
I think, you know, it'll be like what always happens is, you know, the rise of one thing ends something, but then it gives place to something else.
Yeah.
So what that is, I don't know, but maybe robot repairman will be
I'd like to say, like, once they figure out the robot side of it, then a lot of those high-paying, dangerous trade jobs might be replaced.
I saw a video the other day of a robot that was like working a popcorn machine and taking it out, putting in the thing and handing it to the person.
I think teachers could be in trouble too. Those AI tutors are pretty insane. You know, you would have maybe like a teacher in the classroom to oversee somewhat.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Roe was talking about this, how even like with college, you know, he said, I went to a liberal arts school. I'm a big believer in it, but There's almost nothing you can't go onto YouTube and learn on your own.
100%.
Yeah.
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 You gotta hope it's true.
I don't
though,
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a kid, and I don't know what's supposed to. I got 2 kids, and I don't know about college for them. I don't know like how to advise them with AI and all.
Yeah, my little brother is starting he just graduated high school, and he's trying to figure out what he wants to do. He's leaning towards the trades for sure, instead of going to college.
Yeah.
Or you can go to look at LCU, the Convergence Media Department.
There you go. I'll teach you to be the next Stephen Maxwell.
Yeah, we can converge.
Yeah.
Hey, I put my degree to good use. I literally did what you told us to do.
It's true.
Take traditional, make it new.
Yeah.
Convergent to one.
He's the one guy that listened to me.
I still do.
And so here we are. But anyway, we got to run. We got a break coming up, and go Brewers. He's another Dodger.
I know.
Talkback is sponsored by The Clinics with 27 providers and 3 locations. Someone can see you today. Stick around. More of Talkback is on the way.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Verizon posted second quarter revenue that surpassed analysts' estimates with operating revenue of $34.5 billion, up 5.2% from a year earlier. Meanwhile, Domino's Pizza reported revenue for the quarter that met the average analyst estimate. Redfin is reporting that 1 in 7 pending home sales fell through last month. More than 57,000 home sale agreements nationwide were canceled in June. That's nearly 15% of homes that went under contract for the month. That's the highest June level on record. Some buyers are backing out during the inspection period because a better home comes along, and some are just nervous about making a major purchase in uncertain economic times. Stellantis' troubles continue as the automaker announced a first-half net loss of $2.7 billion after analysts had expected a small profit. The maker of Jeep and Fiat took major losses as it tallied the cost of trade wars and scrapped investments in both electric and hydrogen vehicles to account for reduced demand. I'm Dan Schwartzman, Bloomberg Radio.
All of us have that one friend who can just light up the room with a smile. And sadly, how many of us are just a little bit envious of that friend? Well, here's the good news. The folks over at Today's Dental in Pineville can deliver that beautiful beaming smile. Over the years, hundreds of hopeful patients have visited and been completely satisfied. They've made getting dental implants an amazingly simple, low-anxiety procedure, one that's affordable for anyone's budget. The staff at Today's Dental go out of their way to make you feel comfortable with calming in-office IV sedation that's administered by a highly skilled, certified nurse anesthetist. And their multiple finance options make the entire procedure truly affordable. Isn't it your turn to light up that room? Give Today's Dental a call at 448-4540. It's a general dental facility on Highway 28 East in Pineville, owned by Dr. Jonas Gauthier. That's 448-4540.
You're great at protecting your own personal information. You probably even use things like two-factor authentication, strong passwords, VPN. But as much as you try to be in control of how your information is protected, there's lots of places that also have it. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every single second for identity threats. If your identity is stolen, a LifeLock specialist is going to help solve the identity theft issues, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% off your first year with a promo code Beck at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Hey, it's Mike Rowe, and if you want to do business with a company that actually stands for something, switch to Pure Talk. I did. Sure, I appreciate being on America's most dependable 5G network with unlimited talk and text for just $20 a month, but what I really appreciate is Pure Talk's commitment to our military and to our skilled workforce. That matters to me. Save 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say keyword Mike Rowe. Pure Talk, a wireless company that actually stands for something.
Hey, it's Melissa from the Sinlaw Broadcasting Weather Center, and your Monday forecast, well, it's a hot one with partly cloudy skies and a high around 97 with winds out of the southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now, later on tonight, we're going to have mostly clear skies with a low around 74. And as of right now, it looks like no rain in sight until later this week. And that's your look at your weather from the Sinlaw Broadcasting Weather Center. I'm Melissa Frost.
Currently 78 degrees in Sedla. 670 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYO. To take part of the show, call 442-8255. That's 442-TALK back.
All right, get back to the calls in just 1 second. We had gotten a text last hour, and I hate that I missed it then, but reading it now, it said, "Good morning, gentlemen." This goes back to the discussion we were having about the Commanders and the Guardians, whether they should be the Redskins and the Indians. Anyway, this person says, "I'm the government relations director for our tribe, the Adai Caddo Indians." I hope I'm saying that right. In Natchitoches Parish. When the name was changed, tribes across the nation, including ours, were very upset. We felt a sense of pride, happy and hopeful it comes back. We can't erase history, but learn from it. Love to show you both one day. Our culture centers out in Robaline. We need a new roof. Hopefully one day we can reopen the schools for field trips and the public. Reopen to the schools.
Oh, cool.
There's a story idea for you, Stephen.
Yeah, I love it.
Yep.
Tell them to reach out to me. Give them my number.
They did. They texted you and me both. Did you get it?
On the messenger?
No, we got a text message from this person. I don't know which phone you might have. It probably was.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
They didn't leave their name, so not 100% sure, but in any case, pretty cool stuff. You know, we were talking about before the break the changes to the media and things that are different. I heard on CBS News this morning, there was a guy he went by the name Papa Jake on TikTok. He was a 102-year-old Army veteran who took part in D-Day, and they uploaded videos of him just talking about his war experiences and had over 1 million viewers. So that means he was making money.
Oh, probably.
Making bank.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. And I've seen another one of my former students who's launching her own independent journalism YouTube page down in Avoyles Parish.
Okay.
Cherie Johnson. So she's taking a page out of your book.
Yeah, you gotta learn to survive in the business, and hopefully it works. That's the goal.
Hopefully so. All right, let's go back to the phones. Good morning. You are on Talkback.
Hey, do you want to talk about CO2?
You can talk about whatever you want. It's your dime, your dance floor today.
I came across a study, a story about a project in Baton Rouge. There was this guy, William McGehee. He was a founder of this brewery. Because they produce a lot of carbon dioxide. Well, this chemical engineering professor at LSU, John Flake, he's developed a process to capture carbon dioxide and convert it into ethanol, plus some other product, is capable of producing ethylene acetate, carbon monoxide. What's interesting, I didn't know there was any uses for carbon monoxide, but there are a lot of uses for carbon monoxide in the industry. But anyway, so McGehee, they formed a partnership. They've started a company called Encore CO2. McGehee sold out his interest in the brewery, and they're to get this business going. Encore CO2, alternative uses of CO2.
Okay.
Then I was going around digging in the internet. I found out there's a country in Belgium that's developed a process to make bricks using CO2. And bricks typically are fired in kilns, temperatures up to 1,000 degrees centigrade, which is very hot. But anyway, these bricks they've developed are not even fired at all. They're cured in airtight CO2 climate changes for 48 hours.
Interesting.
The carbon dioxide binds to the calcium in the bricks. Anyway, for a metric ton of bricks, 60 kilograms of CO2 is captured and stored. Then I came across another story, some other stories. Northwestern University in Illinois, they're working on developing concrete that uses CO2.
Okay.
There's some advantages to that. The mineralization, pumping the CO2 into the cement makes stronger concrete than normal concrete. mineralization process.
Well, maybe that's what we should do here in Louisiana, and it would help our roads.
Then I came across another story in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
These two scientists, one of them, they sound Chinese, Professor Zhang, the University of Queensland, and Professor Wang, Monash University, they've developed a process to generate electricity from carbon dioxide. It's pretty complicated.
Yeah.
To me, you know, they built a proof of concept generator using CO2 and water as a feedstock. It uses nanosheets of boron nitride embedded in a hydrogel matrix. Anyway, it's a pretty complicated process.
Yeah.
Sounds good, but it sounds like there are a lot more better uses for carbon dioxide than
just putting it in the ground.
The ground and taking the risk of destroying our aquifers.
Right.
Anyway, it's pretty interesting. I texted all this Melody Slocum, and I think she was going to pass it by Brad LeBlanc. Cool. And they're supposed to have another meeting end of July, I think.
Yeah, 29th in DeVille.
I have to get the date on that.
It's the 29th.
When?
July 29th in DeVille.
Is that the same night midget wrestling is going to be?
No, I think Saturday is the 26th. Midget wrestling?
Yeah.
Mini wrestling?
Yeah, the mini wrestling is the 26th. The 29th is a Tuesday. So you can go to both.
I think I'm going to go see the midget wrestling.
You better. Everybody better be there. And mini kiss.
Mini kiss. Little smooch.
All right. Okay. We got to run. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. And we'll be back with more Talkback.
Talkback is sponsored by The Clinics with 27 providers and 3 locations. Someone can see you today. Stick around. More of Talkback is on the way.
Storms, tornadoes, power outages. It's the season, so get prepared. Get storm ready with Southern Air. Get a free estimate on a generator, the right generator for your home and family, plus 0% financing for 60 months with approved credit. Let Southern Air help you take the worry out of hurricane season. Take action now. Visit southernairnow.com and let us bear it. Or give us a call at 318-777-5555. Keep the lights on with Southern Air.
Your shot at $1,000 begins now. $1 could win you $1,000 when you play $1,000 jackpot from the lottery. Win up to $1,000. It's your shot at a grand slam. Double the duck, double the bucks. Quack open some cash and play Lucky Duck Doubler. You could win up to 12,000 bills. This duck's got your bucks. Your mission, should you choose to accept it. Your team is tasked with finding 6 figures from the lottery. Top prize is a whopping $200,000. Complete your mission by stopping by any lottery retailer and pick up $1,000 jackpot, Lucky Duck Doubler, and 6 figures today. Louisiana Lottery, giving you a reason to smile. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
Talkback. To take part in the show, call 442-8255. That's 442-TALK.
All right, we're back. Alan Steven, just to follow up, since he called, I heard on the tech report on America in the Morning with Chuck Palm, he was talking about how Microsoft has signed a deal for 3 million tons of CO2 removal generated through new waste-to-energy carbon capture, they're calling it. So,
where's that at again?
At their facility in the greater Copenhagen area.
Oh.
So I guess that's in Europe, right? Denmark.
They might like it over there.
Probably do.
Yeah.
Probably do. So, but that's kind of interesting what the last caller called different ways people are looking at utilizing it. So, all right, let's go back to the phones. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
Hey, Big Al and Big Steve, how y'all are there this morning?
Mm-hmm, good.
Morning.
Boy, I've been listening to y'all. Y'all going to come up with some interesting stuff. And I hope they go after James Comey and them people because they did something wrong and they set up Michael Flynn. So I hope they do go after him. I wanted to ask prayers. I've not been doing too well.
I'm sorry, man.
Some people want me dead, so maybe it's possibly to exit stage right. But one of my friends, and even one of the show's friends, I believe is in the hospital. I can't get a hold of him. So I'm not going to name the place because the family hadn't told me the name. But I found out Barris was still alive, so that was a good thing. I thought somebody said he had passed.
No, it's when you had called in, you asked if his wife was still alive, and I said she had passed away, and I guess you thought I said he had passed away.
Okay, she's passed. Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't know that either. But anyway, just prayers for me, and y'all are doing a good job. Steve, boy, you stay on top of them stories and everything. But
thank you. Hope you feel better, man.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm 64 years old, and I've had a rough life, so my home is heaven. It's in my home.
Yep.
God just pray for me, and God bless you, and God bless America.
All right, man.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, Cornelius.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. All right, again, 442-8255 on Talkback. Event coming up this weekend, Stephen. Procter & Gamble is celebrating its anniversary. They're having a big party downtown that will be at the Randolph Riverfront Center Saturday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. They'll have live entertainment, kids' activities, free food.
Cool. There you go.
So
like a great. I think they have a job fair coming up too. I've been trying to nail that down too as well.
All right. So good things going on.
Big company here.
Yeah, for sure. Another story over the weekend that I saw kind of was interesting, and it kind of reminded me with our last caller before Cornelius. So apparently I remember seeing the story earlier this month. The FDA approved a new Moderna COVID shot for children 6 months to 11 years old, which I thought was interesting with RFK now, head of HHS.
Mm-hmm.
So Dr. Robert Malone, who is on that board that Kennedy put together, revealed yesterday that the HHS officials who approved that had actually gone behind RFK Jr.'s back while he was on vacation to approve those shots.
Oh my gosh.
He had no briefing and never gave a sign off. So now the chief of staff for the FDA, Heather Flick Melanson, probably the way they pronounce it,
sure,
and Hannah Anderson, deputy chief of staff of policy, have both been fired, and the vaccine's approval has been revoked.
Why would you do that? And think you're going to get away with it?
I know.
I'm confused.
I don't get the subversion that you see. And so many of these agencies in government are still populated by people that think they're kind of above it and that they have some sort of entitled right to run the agencies the way they want to.
Or they thought they were some heroes because they really believe in it. Could be that.
Could be. Now they're looking for new jobs.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, he can't go on vacation again.
Yeah, no more vacations. All right, we'll take a break and come out with our last segment of the morning.
Talkback is sponsored by The Clinics with 27 providers and 3 locations. Someone can see you today. Stick around. More of Talkback is on the way.
Imagine walking where land meets sea, where every step echoes centuries of stories. This is the Portuguese coastal Camino de Santiago. From Porto's riverside charm to Galicia's wild coast, follow a path through fishing villages, ancient chapels, and windswept beaches. Walk the Camino. Feel the call. It's more than a journey, it's a transformation. Join our small group, escorted by Christine and Father Joy, in May of 2026. FreedomTravelLLC.com, your international travel architects.
Success is about momentum. For over 20 years, Kinetics has been moving businesses forward with cutting-edge IT, cybersecurity, and marketing solutions while keeping them secure, innovative, and competitive. We power progress with next-gen business technology and marketing solutions designed to keep your business ahead of the competition. Need seamless IT, a bold new brand, a strategy built for what's next? Don't get left behind. Move forward with Kinetics. Visit kbisp.com and take the next step today.
Tired of being bored?
Then get off the couch and come see Cenlaw.
Join us as the Alexandria Mall celebrates all things summer in their Summer Mode event. Come in Saturday, August 2nd from 1 to 3 for family-friendly activities, giveaways, crafts, and a fun summer movie on the big screen.
Spend a relaxing evening on the patio during Sunset Club, Thursday starting at 6 at Spirits Food and Friends on Texas Avenue. Bring your friends for great food and drinks accompanied by great live music.
Got an event coming up this summer? Log on to explorealexandriapineville.com and post your info on their events calendar. Let everybody know what you've got going on for free.
Ready to laugh? Then come to Huckleberry Brewing Company on Friday night, August 8th, and catch New York comedian Neil Rubenstein. He's a hoot. Get the details on Huckleberry Brewing's Facebook page.
Cenlaw Broadcasting.
Keeping you informed.
Now back to Talk Back. 970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYO.
All right, we are back. Last segment of the morning, and you still have time to get in on the BOM Bank Talk line at 442-8255. Let's go to the phones. Good morning. You're on Talk Back.
Yeah, I wonder what federal judge is going to reinstate those administrators.
Yeah. No kidding. I mean, we joke, but that seems to be what happens almost every day. So I thought the Supreme Court had made a decision on limiting some of that, but it seems like they're still doing it.
Another thing, something that Mr. Maxwell might want to consider. He might want to consider interviewing the various companies like Procter & Gamble, who obviously use large amounts of groundwater, about their thoughts about carbon sequestration.
Mm-hmm. That's a good idea. I like it.
I mean, basically, they're out of business if their water supply gets contaminated.
It'd be interesting what some of the stakeholders think about everything around here, and we got plenty of time to talk about it for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Anyway, just a thought.
Good
Thank
suggestion.
you. Anytime. Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Again, 442-8255. We got a few minutes left. That's definitely a topic that continues to be on the minds of a lot of folks.
Yeah, they have that meeting next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Over in DeVille at the Tupon, is it Tupon Lounge? Tupon Lounge?
Where is that?
In DeVille? I don't know where at. Here, I could find out.
I'm
not quite sure, but that's going to start in the evening. I'll try and get the times to you soon. And, we're working on getting some other interviews dealing with this issue fairly soon on both sides of the issue. Because we want both sides to have their voice for sure. And that's what we do. And Tupon Lounge, why do I keep saying lodge? Okay. That is on off of Stock Landing Road. Tupon Lodge Venue near Catahoula Lake.
Okay.
Off 28.
I've never been there, I don't think.
I don't think I have.
Yeah.
Little venue out there, I'm sure. Okay. So we'll have coverage of that. But that's next week. But yeah, an ongoing issue. There's a lot of stakeholders involved. Like I said, the political disagreements are kind of interesting. One faction of the right versus the other faction, and industry versus land rights. Something we'll definitely get into the next couple of weeks, months, and probably over a year, if I had to guess.
Oh, I know. Yeah. This issue certainly isn't going away anytime soon. So,
and lawmakers say it could be the biggest issue in the upcoming legislative sessions, special or other.
Right. All right. So I guess final story. I know Tyler Bridges had an article over the weekend in The Advocate looking at what the future of Julia Letlow might be, who currently remains Congresswoman for the 5th Congressional District, which we used to be a part of here until they decided to have a special session in Louisiana to give Cleo Fields a district. That one will never make sense to me. Never. But regarding Letlow, speculation has her going in, I guess, a few directions. Either one, does she run for re-election? 2, does she jump into the Senate race against Bill Cassidy? Or 3, does she put her name in the hat for the new chancellor of LSU?
Lots of good options there.
Yeah, but I think the Baton Rouge area is now part of her district, the way it's redistricted.
Okay.
She's down in that area. Anyway.
Some of Gray's old district.
Yeah, I believe she's living there now is what I've heard. So, yeah, we'll see.
She's been a congresswoman for 4 years almost?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, the Senate is a great job, of course, 6 years.
Yeah.
They all somehow make lots of money. And then you have the LSU chancellor.
Somehow, yeah.
I mean, that'd be a great job, too. So she has good options. That's a nice thing to have, is good options. I don't know how she'll, you'll have John Fleming in that race. You have Blake Miguez. You have others. So it's starting to get a little crowded, and I don't know. That'd be what do you think if she got in the race?
If she got in the race, I think she would be a factor for sure. I think she might have the most name recognition among anyone that would be in that race. I mean, obviously, John Fleming has name recognition. Blake Miguez in the southern part of the state has it, which may be the most important. Of course, then I think it would come down to fundraising money. Cassidy's been raising a lot of money, but I think he could raise $10 more million, and it's not going to change how a lot of people feel about him.
Sure.
So it'll be interesting.
It will be. Sorry, I'm just choking over here.
You all right there, bud?
Yeah, I drank coffee wrong there. So, but yeah, I don't know. It's you would usually the incumbent would have an upper hand in this situation in a Republican state, but that vote for the impeachment or the to convict the president,
to convict,
is gonna be playing a big factor. That's what Blake Miguez is pretty much campaigning on. He turned his back on Trump.
They all are. I mean, Sammy Wyatt, he's been talking about that quite a bit. Fleming also.
Yeah.
So, and I think we're looking at getting Fleming on the show in the next couple weeks.
Okay.
So yeah, lots coming up. All right. Thanks, everyone. It's been a lot of fun today. Appreciate all the great calls. Steven, it'll be you and Nathan tomorrow. We'll have our LSUA segment at 8:05. I'll be back with you guys on Wednesday. Greg Walker will be here Wednesday, so we'll have a lot of fun. Have a great Monday.
Listening to Talkback. The opinions expressed were those of the hosts and callers, and not necessarily those of